Okay, so here we are in Onshape, like I told you in class. Now, Onshape is similar to Creo, but it's web-based, and you don't need to download any software. So see what you can do with this. Of course, we're not in class, and we have to continue our CAD exercise, because life without CAD, well, you know. So if you go to Onshape, you'll see that you have a screen that looks like this. Okay, when you first come in, you'll see your name up here, and here's the Onshape menu. So we're going to go to Create, and we're going to go to Document. Okay, for the document, let's just put Simple Shape. Okay, and we're going to create a public document. Now in Onshape, a document is a part drawing. Okay, so when it opens and loads, you'll see you have your three menus, your three, not menus, your three, what do you call these? Planes. You have three planes, and over here you have like a little die, and if you right click, hold down the right button, and you turn this, that's how you can get your different views of your three planes. Okay, so the right button, hold it down, and you can drag it around like this. Okay, that's good. Now we're going to go over and do a sketch, because that's what we always do first, right? So here we go to Sketch, we click on Sketch, and we have a little menu. The menu is going to ask us for a plane. This should be very familiar. I'm going to come over here to my little dice, and I'm going to look for the good old front plane. There it is. I can click on the front plane here, or I can click on the front plane here. If I left click on the front plane, double left click, and it'll be a flat surface like we're used to. Now we can draw. Now since we're in Sketch, for some reason that did not choose the front plane. Okay, I just double clicked on it again, and now it's front plane. So here I am in front plane. I'm going to come up here now, and all of these menu items are sketch items. Okay, so you see all our friends: the line draw, the rectangle, the circle, the arc. For all of you Noah fans, we have the spline tool. Okay, we're going to do a little line. So we click on the line, and it's highlighted. I come over here with my mouse. I click the left button to start the line. I bring it out this way on the x-axis, and I double click the left button to stop it. A little bit different than Creo. Double click the left button to stop it. Okay, now we have a line. Now if you want to set that dimension, you can either type here, or you can come up here to the dimension. Okay, and when you click on the line, it's going to give you the dimension. You can just drag it out. Again, a left click on the line, then left click here, and you'll be able to put in your number. I'm going to put 2. So type in a 2, hit enter, and now we have a line that is a length of 2. Now I'm going to make this video as quick as I can, because I know you don't want to sit here listening to me all day long. You have things to do. So I'm just going to go over here to the line tool and click on it again, and I'm going to take it from where I left off, right on the little dot, and I'm going to click the left button, and I'm going to go up, then I'm going to click the left button and go across, then I'm going to click the left button and go up, then I'm going to click the left button and go across until I hit the y-axis, click the left button, and come all the way back down to where I started, and click the left button twice, and there you have my shape, or your shape, or our shape. So that's good. So I'm going to say OK. And now I have a shape. Now I want to revolve that shape. So let's go over here to the Revolve tool, which is right here. Notice that when you put your mouse on these shapes, it tells you what they are. So I'm going to click the Revolve, and the Revolve is going to ask me a couple of questions. First, it's going to say, what is the face of what you want to revolve? So I'm going to just put my mouse over here, and you see how this whole thing lights up. I'm just going to click on it with the left button. Okay, and then it says face of sketch 1. That's what I'm going to revolve. Now it asks me for the revolve axis. So I'm going to click over here on this line, because that's the axis I want it to revolve around. So I'm going to click that, and with any luck, and there it is, it's going to do the revolve. Now again, with your right button, if you hold down the right button, you can move this around and you can see that revolve, okay? So that's great. So we're going to say, okay, that's done. Notice the features show up on the left side just like they do in Creo. So we have our first sketch, we have our next sketch. If you want, you can left click, sorry, not left, but right click, and you can rename these things just like you can in Creo, okay? So what do we do next? I'm going to put a hole right on this shape. So if you want to pull this down a little bit, hold the wheel and hold the shift button together, and that will allow you to move this up and down. So again, some similarities with Creo. I'm going to hold the right button down so I can go up over here. And my next thing will be another sketch. So I click on sketch. And then I'm just going to click on this area here for my sketch plane. Okay? So that's the face of revolve 1, which is great. Now it just so happens that that is in the same plane parallel with top, right? So I'm just going to click on top to flatten it out. Oh, we have a phone call. And now I'm going to go over here to the... Okay, so we answered the phone call and we're back. So now we're going to make a circle. So I'm going to go up to the circle tool, center and point, and just come over here and click on the left button, pull it out, double click the left button, and again, you see how things are going a little crazy here. It wants to create more circles. Just hit the right button and hit the escape if that happens, okay? And that will get you out of that. Otherwise, you'll be creating circles and circles and circles, and you know how it is. So there's the circle. What do we want to do with that? We're going to say, okay, sketch, you're good. We're going to extrude. Okay, so extrude is right next to the sketch. We click on extrude, and then again we can hold the right button down, and you can see where that's all about. What do we want to do with the extrude? We want to do the circle. So click on that circle, and that circle will show up here, and you'll see the extrude start to form. We don't want to add material, though you could, but what the idea was is we were going to cut out the material. So we're going to take this arrow, hold down the left button, and pull it the other way. And then we're going to hit remove, okay? And that is going to take away that material. Again, holding down the right button, we can move this around and see that there is a hole there. So that's good. We've done the extrude. Say OK. Again, you can go back in this video and review things. I'm trying not to take up too much time, but I do want to show you some of these features. And it will be good if you play around with this, because then when we come back, at least you won't have missed CAD for months and months and completely forget everything. So the next thing I'm going to do here is a pattern. We're going to pattern this circle. Remember when we were last in class, we were learning about patterns. Again, Onshape has a pattern icon right here. If you just go across, you'll see circular pattern. So we're going to click on this. And when we come to this, it's important that you take this part pattern and you change this to feature pattern, because we are going to pattern a feature. Okay, so what feature do we want to pattern? We want to feature the circle. So I click on the circle, and that will show up here. It's called Extrude 1. Of course, we could have named it better, but Extrude 1. Now the axis of pattern is a very similar concept to Creo, but you'll see as you hold down the right button, there is no axis here. There's no dotted line. But what they do have is this little dot. So the axis of pattern, I'm going to click on this little select mate connector, which looks kind of like a clock. I'm going to click this, and then I'm going to click on this little dot, and then I'm going to click on up here at where the X and Y connects, and you'll see that when I do that, it almost creates, well, it does create the axis, and you'll see that the holes form automatically. Okay, so I have 4 holes. Now I can come down here, I can change the number to whatever I want. I'll put in 6 since we're used to 6 holes. And there's the 6 holes, and that's done. So we say OK. So that's how you do a pattern. So now we have the shape that is complete. You could play around a little bit more, but that's basically what we want. Now we can go to Share, and all Onshape users can view. Okay, and what we can do is we can hit the link share, and again turn on link sharing. So click that, and then what we have here is the link to your drawing. If you copy this to the clipboard, you can then go to your email and you can paste this link into your email and send it to me. Again, my email is bpenza@holyname.net, and you can get credit for this drawing over the next few weeks, or anything you draw. I would really like to see anything that you can come up with in Onshape, and just send it to me, and I'll give you credit for that drawing. Don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. If you have a lot of trouble with it, you can email me. I understand the difficulties. Don't worry about it. But I do want you to play with this if you possibly can. It'll be fun. And that's the whole thing. Just have some fun and try to keep your muscles in shape. When we come back, we'll get back to it, and all will be well. All right, class. Take care, and hope to see you soon.